SuperDerek, and this is Persona 3 FES.
Persona.
Persona 3 FES is a fun and rewarding, though deeply flawed game. I don't know if I've ever played a more frustrating game on this show, or ever if I'm being honest, and I've actually beaten Dark Souls. But I couldn't seem to put the game down for very long, no matter how hard I wanted to throw the controller. It's addicting and endearing, and positively dripping with style. Persona 3 was released for the PlayStation 2 in 2006, and marks a turning point in the Persona series. Numerous changes were made to the gameplay and presentation that divided the Persona series and its fanbase in two. Persona 3 FES is an enhanced re-release of Persona 3 featuring a more streamlined social link schedule and a second campaign intended to help bring closure to the third entry in the Persona series. In Persona 3, you play as a student who is transferring into Gekkoukan High School. While on his way into his dorm, he suddenly finds himself alone in a city full of coffins. He shortly comes to find out that he stumbled into the Dark Hour. This is the mysterious 25th hour in the day that few people know about, where monsters called shadows roam freely, preying upon those unlucky enough not to be turned into a coffin during this time. Our hero and his friends have awakened to their abilities called Persona, which are capable of fighting back against these shadows and take it upon themselves to rid the world of the Dark Hour by scaling a tower called Tartarus and defeating important shadows along the way. If this is the first time you've heard about the premise of Persona 3, you probably have an eyebrow raised and your mouse ready to click away. And really, I don't blame you. This is a pretty weird premise, even for a Persona game. You really have to exercise your suspension of disbelief. Think of it like a contract. Just accept the premise the game hands to you, and in exchange, Atlus will weave a compelling story full of the themes of the inevitability of death and the meaning of life. Persona 3 is a dark and somber game from beginning to end, but it has the intention of showing the player that, to borrow a phrase from Aerosmith, the light at the end of the tunnel may be you. However, that message might just be at odds with the experience at times. If playing a game about angsty-looking teenagers shooting themselves in the head with toy guns doesn't already indicate you might need professional help, the frustrating unfairness of the gameplay will almost certainly guarantee that you...
No, you haven't missed anything yet. We're just about to get started, but I figured I'd experiment by playing one of my old reviews as the standby background instead of some music. Hope you don't mind. We'll be starting up here in just a little bit. And yes, it is definitely a very early stream today, but I'll explain more about that later.
Fighting the same monster too, rather than working as a cohesive team. This problem is mitigated as the game progresses though, as you acquire new formations that you can assign to people that comes in handy, such as assigning the role of healing and supporting to one of your characters. However, the AI is kind of bad, so you really don't reliably know if that party member is going to heal you because your health is low, or cast a debuff skill on the enemy instead. This deadly sin is really exacerbated by another deadly sin. When the main character dies, it's game over. Even if you have a healer who can resurrect your character on the next turn, it's game over, sending you all the way back to the title screen. So, not only is death a distinct possibility in every single battle, but you're also punished heavily for your loss. Unlike earlier entries in the Persona series, you can only save at predetermined locations, back at your dorm, and at the base of Tartarus. If you die, any progress made while scaling Tartarus will be completely lost. Within Persona 3, you scale Tartarus, 262 floors of randomly generated dungeons with randomly dispersed loot, but predetermined boss floors and warp points. You're given approximately 1 year in-game to scale the tower and discover the game's mysteries. The tower consists of differently themed sections, but overall the changes between these sections are minimal, and as a result, conquering Tartarus feels rather repetitive. Not doing the game any favors is the heavy use of reskins and palette swaps of enemies as you ascend the tower. However, what enemies lack in diversity, the game really makes up for with the diversity of the personas that you're able to fuse and call upon, around 170 of them. Outside of the combat though is where I felt this game really did shine the brightest. In order to strengthen your ability to create personas, our hero establishes social links when he meets people. Nurturing those friendships through dating sim style mechanics will allow you to create stronger and more powerful personas for battle. Through these social interactions, you meet and come to better understand people from different walks of life, and even help some of them become better people or stronger versions of themselves. Some of these stories are quite moving, but some of the characters that you deal with are quite unlikable. But all in all, this is the other half of the game, and it can't and shouldn't be ignored. The progression of the plot and character subplots feel like you're a participant in a slice-of-life anime, which is going to be a huge plus to some while being a huge turnoff to others. Personally, I really enjoyed this aspect of the game as it gives the player a break from the grueling grind of Tartarus. You attend school, join school clubs, heck, there's even the obligatory school trip to an outdoor.
Thanks for stopping by, Duo. We'll be starting up here in just a second, guys.
They're so cliched and unnecessary that I can't help but love them for that reason. They perform double duty as both fan service for the players and an illustration for the strengthening of the bonds between your party members. It's through these excursions that you're really able to see how well these characters play off one another, making their struggles feel all the more important. Persona 3 is a very good-looking game. The interface feels modern and sleek. The character portraits are expressive and really accentuate the voice acting well. There is slowdown from time to time during the battles, but I only noticed that during a handful of times against a certain enemy within the game. Persona 3 FES includes some additional animated cutscenes, but I feel like these cutscenes were rather jarring. The animation style is at odds with the character portraits that you see more often, making the animations appear off-putting in addition to being low budget and low frame rate. Despite this, most of these cutscenes do still add something to the game's narrative, so you gotta give it credit for that. In addition to the great voice acting in Persona 3, your ears will also be treated to some J-pop, which ranges from slow and funky to upbeat and fast-paced.
Thank you so much for the resub. 18 months. That is a year and a half. Holy cannoli. Thank you so much, man. You know what? In honor of you saying you, let's go ahead and switch over and let's get started here. Let's see. Here we go. With this port. Hey everybody, welcome back to SuperDerek Streams, the only show on the internet where I talk about Persona. That's not true at all. The only show on the internet where I play through the Trails in the Sky game. Welcome to the stream, guys. Good to have you here. Persona 3 Portable, that's okay though. That was the best way. I disagree and agree. So here's the thing about Persona 3. There's no definitive way to play it right now, and I think Atlas really owes it to the fans to make a definitive way to play. Persona 3 Portable is great in that it has the ability to control each individual character. They've improved that quite a bit. But it also plays more like a point and click outside of Tartarus, which kind of sucks. So, you know, I would, if they could make it more like Golden, where it was the definitive way to play because it still had the 3D environments and also had the ability to control all your characters during battle, then that would be so good. That's just my 2 cents, though. So, guys, happy Friday! Good to have you here. We're starting a little bit early today, if my wrist is telling me the correct thing here, and it looks like it is. It's only about 2:45 here right now, and I normally don't stream until 6. What's going on? Well, I'm going to be catching a flight here tomorrow morning early, and it used to be so simple when I lived in Seattle. I just wake up and I'd drive to the airport and then I'd go. But the nearest airport that goes anywhere right now is like an hour and a half away. So yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, lazy guy. You know what, lazy guy? Here, let me try something real quick. Let's see. How do I do this? Is this? Is that how this works? Oh. Well, I just gifted a sub to a random person. But it wasn't lazy guy. Well, crap, I'm bad at this. Well, welcome. Man, I'm bad at this. But hey, thanks for hanging out here, lazy guy. I'm gonna try that one more time. Let's see. But it's coming soon on Sailor Moon's birthday. I think I remember hearing that. Oh, here's what I do, I think. If I do... Here, let's see. Allow me to... There. In honor of Lazy Guy's birthday. Oh, SDL Card Fan. Dude, 3 months. And there you go, Lazy Guy. Happy birthday. Welcome to the stream, guys. And thanks for hanging out, guys. We're going to be starting up here with Trails in the Sky here in just a moment. Actually, let's go ahead and start that right now. Here we go. Yo, Boat Ladder, welcome to the stream, dude. It's not your birthday. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Do we have the audio as we need it to be? Not quite. There we go. It's so early that it is still Friday in Germany. I made it! There we go. All right. So, when last we left off, we were playing through Trails in the Sky with a Steam controller, which is no easy task. Yes, Jeff, we are doing an early stream today. Here, let's set this up to full screen so I can see it a little bit easier. And when last we left off, we actually just had completed the prologue. So what happens now? Estelle, are you in there? Joshua? Dinner's ready. Just to let you know, we'll be having roasted basil chicken and onion soup gratin. That sounds so good. I'll come down later, so why don't you go ahead and eat? All right. Well, make sure to come down before your food gets cold. Wheel of Fortune card. Again. Something really is going on. I just can't see what it is. She should Google what the Wheel of Fortune card does. Where's Estelle? She said to go ahead and eat without her. She didn't seem to have an appetite. I see. She took the news a lot better than I thought she would. It's not surprising. She doesn't want to come out of her room, seeing as how close she is to her father. I agree. So, what do you think about all of this, Shara? Is it an accident or an incident? To be honest, I couldn't say either way. Your dad is a top-class bracer when it comes to crisis management. He's the best there is. Whichever it is. Oh, come on, stop it, game. Stop it. Controller? Well, I hope I didn't miss any important text. What is it? That... Oh, well. Man, it sure smells good down here. Or she said that, Estelle. I can't stand it any longer. Huh? Estelle, are you okay? That is what she said. I'm so hungry, I thought I was gonna pass out. Oh, that looks so good. Bon appetit! Aren't you having any? This is great! The basil flavor really comes out when you roast it. You sure know how to cook, Joshua. Well, thanks. Come on, Shara, don't you just sit there, too? Do you want to drink some of Dad's brandy from the secret stash? I'm pretty sure there's a bottle of Steinrose that's about 20 years old in there. Did you say Steinrose? And 20 years old, too? Shara, what do you think you're doing? Sorry, Estelle, I'm going to have to pass this time. By the way, what were you doing up in your room? You didn't come down even after Joshua called you for supper. Hey, Redcliffe! Good to see you, dude. Welcome. It's going pretty good. Huh? Oh, right. I was just looking for some extra underwear. I was having a bit of trouble finding one of my favorites because of the stuff stuffed in the back of the drawer. Underwear? Oh, and a set of gear for traveling. I mean, who knows how long we'll be gone, so I figure as long as we're prepared, we'll have nothing to worry about. So what you're saying is, you intend to head to Bose to find your father? Well, duh, that's a no-brainer. And while I can't imagine anything bad happening to him, despite his horrible luck, waiting around just doesn't suit me. Baku-san, thank you for the host, dude. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Good to have you here, dude. So, I'm gonna check on things myself. Why am I on so early? Because I'm leaving on a jet plane later on this evening. Gonna be going to visit my parents in Pennsylvania. And because of that, I'm not gonna be able to stream during my normal scheduled streaming period. So I figured I'd get at it early and hang out with you guys a little bit. And also, I'm probably not going to be streaming on Monday, so keep that in mind. I will be streaming instead. I think I'll be back on Wednesday, but I'm not sure what time. So we'll see. Stream with my parents. IRL streams with parents. Actually, my parents are pretty cool, but even so, I don't think I could do it. You're really something else. Bring your parents to work day. Whether it's your positive attitude or thick skin, I can't say, but... What? You're so rude, Joshua! But you're coming along too, right? Of course. However, it looks like all airliner flights have been canceled until the Army finishes their search. It seems like the only way to go to Bose is on foot. Float. Walk to Bose, huh? I wonder how long that's gonna take. An unboxing of my parents. For a bracer on foot, if they hurry, they can make it there in about half a day. But if that's the route you're taking, then that makes things easy. I think I'll tag along as well. Really? You'll come with us? But aren't you busy with a bunch of other jobs? Hey, I trained under your father, right? Yo, Chris, good to see you, dude. Did you honestly think I'd just sit here when something could have happened to the person I owe so much to? I'm going to talk to Aina and have her pass my jobs to another guild member. Shara. We really appreciate it, Shara. You really shouldn't be thanking me. I just can't leave a job this big up to a bunch of newbies. I hate to say it, but you're probably right. Oh well, since Shara's along for the ride, I do feel a bit more confident. We appreciate you coming with us. Myself as well. Anyway, let's make sure to drop by the guild tomorrow morning before we leave. I'll need to explain the situation to Aina. There we go. Chapter 1. The Disappearance of the Lind. Alright. I understand the situation now. To be frank, though, with Sherazard taking off after Cassius, I'm going to be really short-handed. But since it involves him directly, please don't worry about anything. I really appreciate this, Aina. Please make good use of Ridge while we're gone. He should be able to deal with at least 3 times his normal workload. Do you really think that's Don't you think that's a bit harsh? Don't worry. I think if things get too hectic, I'll ask him for help from the Gransel branch. By the way, Sherazard, can I get a minute? I'd like to talk to you about a job you are doing, too. Sure, no problem. Stell, Joshua, could I have you wait upstairs? I'll be down in a minute, or done in a minute. Understood. Shara? If we're going to be waiting, would you mind if we did it out front of the clock tower? I'd like to say hi to someone. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, then let's meet up in front of the clock tower. As soon as I'm done here, I'll head over there myself. Got it. Come on, Joshua. Sure. I guess I should probably talk to everybody in town before I leave. If it gives me the opportunity. Septian Calendar 1075. Erected in partnership with the liberal royal family, Septian Church, and Rolent City. Septian Calendar 1192, destroyed during the 100 Days' War when Rolent was bombarded by Erebonian Imperial Army. Septian Calendar 1197, rebuilt with the cooperation of the citizens of Rolent. Every time I see this clock tower, I always think, they sure did a superb job restoring it after the war. You sure can feel the spirit of Rolent's people from this. Still? Joshua? What do you think about going with me and waiting until Shara shows up? You mean the clock tower? Sure, I don't mind. Okay, come on. Oh, you can go in the clock tower? I guess I didn't realize that. The morning air is so refreshing. I should probably record some of this. Do. The sound effects help. The morning air is so refreshing. Hey, look, Joshua, we can see the house from here. You're right. I can see the roof. But do you want to tell me what's going on since you've always avoided coming up here? I was under the impression that you didn't like this place. I like this place, but I can't casually come up here. Because this is the place that... something... stop it, game! Controller? When the Imperial Army surrounded Rolent, they bombarded the symbol of the city, the clock tower, to try to get to the citizens to surrender. This was at the time that Dad was fighting in the Royal Army. I wanted to see who he was fighting against, so I climbed the clock tower. And when bombardment started, I couldn't get away. When I came to, I had hardly a scratch on me. My mother had saved me. I was wrapped tightly in her arms, shielded from the rubble. And as I cried, she sang my favorite lullaby. But when they finally dug us free, after the war ended and this place had been rebuilt, I avoided coming up here for the most part. It's not because I have painful memories of this place, though. It's just, when I come here, a part of me wants so much to draw on her strength. Plus, I felt that I can't be strong like her if I'm always trying to rely on her. Estelle. But today is okay, right? Relying on her just this once. Asking her to bring Dad home safely. Asking her to protect him. Of course, that's it. And don't worry, Dad's safe for sure. Your mother's protecting him, so there's no doubt in my mind that he's safe. And if he happens to be something... Stop it! Controller? God, this controller is frustrating the heck out of me. Sorry. And don't forget, I'm here to help you too. Joshua. I know I can't completely understand everything you've been through, but... I can stay here by your side as I am now. And if you want me to shoulder, or if you want a shoulder, if you need a shoulder to cry on, you've always got mine. So... Huh? Joshua, you're trying too hard. You shouldn't say things like that so lightly. What do you mean? If I were any other girl, I totally would have misinterpreted your intentions just now. You are seriously the type who's going to have problems with romantic relationships in the future. I'm already starting to get worried. Well, excuse me for trying to be nice. Cologne her? What do you mean by that, Spooky? You're welcome, Nutted Monkey. Welcome to the stream, dude. Why do you have to be like that when someone's genuinely worried about you? Thanks for cheering me up, Joshua. I feel a lot better now. I guess as long as I get some kind of thanks, that's worth looking like a complete fool. But you are unbelievable. Don't be so mad. I really am thankful, believe it or not. How about we get down from here, huh? I'm sure Cher's waiting for us. You're probably right. Mom, I finally realized why I wanted to become a bracer. It's so I could become strong and protect others, just like you. So please, watch and see. I won't fail to bring Dad home safe again. Friend-zoned? You think so? I feel like she just kind of friend-zoned herself inadvertently. Hey, Out of the Shadows, yeah, we're doing an early stream because I've got a flight to catch later on. Ah, the two of you had such a cute scene going on up there. Why, my cheeks, I can even feel it just hot just thinking about it. What's that supposed to mean? You were spying on us? Give me some credit, will you? I just happened to see you when I looked to check the time. I'm sure I had an horrible camera. I sure wish I had an horrible camera to get one shot of that view. Come on. What are you trying to say, Shara? That's called family bonding, plain and simple. It's kind of like your habit of hugging everyone after your third bottle of wine. Let's not get into that. What's with the sigh? You really don't know how to take a joke, do you? Well, whatever. Did you say hi to Lena while you were up there? Yeah. I even asked her to watch over Dad. I see. Then I guess it looks like you're all set. You know, Lena's protection is equal to that of the goddess herself. Your dad's safety is pretty much guaranteed. I think you may be giving her a little too much credit. Now that you mention it, you met Estelle's mother before, right, Shara? Yeah, when I was a child. I was still in a troop at the time. Still in a troop at the time? A troop? Yeah, a troupe of traveling circus. Shara was a dancer. Although, it was a long time ago. We first met when she came to Rolenda with the circus. 12 years ago, to be exact. I was 11, and Estelle was 4. Let's see, so now she's 21? Is that right? 11 plus 12 is 23. That's how that works. And because of that, the chance encounter, when I became a bracer, I trained under your father. I didn't know that. Hey, Ultimate Flash, welcome to the stream, dude. Maybe I should tell you about it sometime, when I get a chance. Are you about ready to head out for Bose? With the airliner flights canceled, we'll just have to make our way to Bose the old-fashioned way. By foot. Or, I guess by horse wasn't an option, huh? First, we need to make sure our way to the vertebridge checkpoint, which sits on the border of the Bose region. The vertebridge is located on the west end of the Millich Main Road. It looks like we're all set, so let's go. Alrighty then. Let's go indeed. Milch Main Road, if I hit here. Okay, it's off of this way. Oh, wait. It's a new chapter. I need to talk to everybody in town. Estelle, Joshua, are you really headed to Bose? I should have guessed you'd know. You're always the first one to hear everything. There's a little something we need to check on, so that's why we're headed to Bose. Not only has Cassius gone, but now your two are leaving. Oh, I want to tag along. Joshua, take me with you. I don't think that would be a good idea. But I'm concerned about the incidents happening. I get so worried. Okay, this time I'll wait here for you like a good girl, so hurry back. If all of you are gone, it's going to be a big drain on my news sources. Alright. Been playing Mystery Dungeon DX Deluxe, and it's actually quite good. If you don't like roguelikes, it might not be your thing. I've actually never really gotten into any roguelikes, I don't think. I waffled back and forth a bit, but in the end, I decided to go with him to the Queen's birthday celebration, as a couple. My mother is already going with her friends. I'm sorry, Mother, but I wanted to go with him. The Royal City is like a huge metropolis, right? The coruscating lamps, the sleepless city, the elegant Gronsel castle resting silently in the lake on the lakefront. Words. Come on, we got this. The endless coming and going of people, the energy and excitement from the stops lining the streets, the festival parade and fireworks. I get so excited just thinking about it. And to think, I'll actually be going. I'm so excited I can hardly even say it. It's not that it's not that I don't like them. I just haven't given them a shot yet, I guess. I don't know. It seems like a different kind of genre, in a way. Yes! I invited her to the Queen's birthday celebration, and she said yes! I'm going to have to get a part-time job to save up some cash. Today is another great day for a catnap. It looks like we'll be able to relax this afternoon. No. Let's see. There ought out to be some people I can talk to. I don't know if I'm gonna get any quests here or not, but, If it isn't Estelle and Joshua, what's with all the baggage? Actually... Estelle explained that they were heading to Bose. Oh, I see. I'd be worried too if I was in your shoes. You should probably get going then. Waiting around certainly isn't your style. You're right. I'll be going then. Things have taken a turn for the worst, haven't they? Joshua, make sure to support Estelle, okay?
I've made up my mind. I'm going to believe in the man my daughter chose to marry. I'm sure he'll work hard to be independent and make my daughter happy. Maybe I'll just see what I can do to help him out.
Sorry, Baku. I apologize for the trickery. I think I figured out, maybe, tentatively, what it is that's causing the text to auto-progress. And I think that what it is my A button is sticking. I think. Just a hair. It's a brand new controller. It shouldn't be doing this, but I think that's what it is. And to test that, there's this bottom button that I thought was the culprit before that I can use to activate things. So it's super awkward, but I'm going to try using that instead for a while. See if that helps.
That reminds me, I saw the boss here in town. I'd better be careful so he doesn't catch me ditching work.
Sticky controller. Well, I don't think it's actually sticky. I think it's just the membrane that's underneath the button just isn't firm or something. I don't know.
Yesterday, I saw something flying away from the south. It was too big to be a bird, but it makes me wonder what it was. These old eyes could have been playing tricks on me, though.
Huh, wholesome pasta? Oh, I guess we already have the recipe. Oh yeah, we'll take the milk crepe. SuperDerek ASMR. Oh yeah, we'll do an IRL eating stream here soon. No, we will not.
It appears that the new menu is being well received. The menu that Elisa thought up was especially popular. I might as well hire a new waitress and get Elisa to help me in the kitchen full time.
Yes, I am still going to do an art stream. I'm not sure when. So the thing is, these things that I'm going to be... I'll tell you a little bit about them in a second. The menu... okay, yeah, it's the same thing. So yeah. So, full story is I'm going to be changing the way that Patreon works a little bit. And one of the new tiers, or one of the existing tiers, is going to start getting new postcards mailed to them every month from yours truly. Custom postcards featuring my own original artwork of the games that I've reviewed in order. So first Patreon, first month are going to get Earthbound, and then Soul Blazer, and then after that is Brain Lord, and so on and so on. So in order to do these postcards really well, my plan is to have some art streams where I actually stream doing some of the art. It's a way to stream, get audience interested in what I'm doing, and just really dedicate some time to doing the art, because time that I have for that sort of thing is kind of limited, so I may as well multitask. Unrelated, I saw a mod that replaces all your characters' dialogue in Fallout 4 with a text-to-speech bot. I love how it reads stuff like sigh and heavy breathing and asterisk, sigh, asterisk. That's interesting. So yeah, that's basically the long and short of it. Yeah, so that's why I was thinking about maybe doing some art streams, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing them like once a month or once a week, or if I'm gonna start doing like a half hour after every stream. I don't know. I'm toying with different ideas to see. You would pay for a SuperDerek ASMR? I don't know about that. Here I could, here, let's do a little bit of... There you go. You got to hear me crack open a soda. Except my noise cancellation is too good. You're a bit of an artist yourself, really? You're very interested in that stream. Told Baku-san that I'm almost became a tattoo artist once upon. Oh wow, that's super cool, lazy guy. What's your favorite style of tattoo? The new menu is so popular that they're always running out of ingredients. This is terribly ineffective, so I think I'll need to re-examine how we stock our goods. My wife has a little bit of a sleeve going on, and she does a lot of traditional style, like Americana, I think is the style. And I think I'm also I do have a tattoo, and I'm not very happy with it. I got it when I was 18. It was one that I designed myself, and I am my own worst critic in almost all things. And as a result, I've grown to really dislike my own tattoo design. So I think right now I'm in the process of getting healthier, and as a reward to myself, I'm going to probably get a cover up on my right calf. I'm gonna get a cover up of a really nice traditional Japanese style, maybe even slightly Yakuza style dragon. I think that would be pretty cool. But and then possibly a similarly styled tiger on the other calf.
Well, I guess Uni won't be able to live under my roof forever. Maybe I should start looking for a husband for my daughter right now, like Renon's mother is looking for him. Oh, I don't know, but...
That seems so weird.
Papa, I'm only 7 years old.
Yeah, Papa's a little bit of a crackhead. Sorry, girl, you're stuck with him. You're into fantasy realism and new school. Interesting. Stop it, game. What the heck? Why does it do that sometimes? What else?
I'm so glad. There's nothing better than having a warm and loving family. I guess it was all worth the trouble, even though it was worth all the trouble I went through to lecture my father about my family relations.
Okay. That needs more context, but fine. Need Derek to hop on Yakuza?
My husband finally came home from the mine. I wonder how many days it's been since he was here before now. My daughter's ecstatic, and I've prepared a wonderful meal to celebrate. It's been a while since we've eaten together as a family. Today will be the first time in a while that we've all been together as a family, so I'll need to make something extra special. My daddy's here! He just came home, he said he would play with me later. Yay! I want to play with my daddy as soon as I can.
Well, if it isn't the two bracers from the other day.
Wait, you're the mine chief from the Malga.
I want you to know that you recently helped me out the other day.
Or that you really helped me out the other day.
The monster scare is finally settled down too. So I was finally able to make it home for the first time in a while. Things are much more relaxing at home, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I really hope that I don't get sucked in too far into the Trails series. I'm going to do my best to just be a one-and-done kind of player for right now.
Lately, my father-in-law's been giving me job advice. Coming from an industry veteran, there's a lot I can learn. It seems I've been pretty conceited over my work from the past. I feel pretty embarrassed about it now.
Alright, so here's the general store.
Are you going on a trip with all that luggage? Let me know if you find anyone who might make a good bride for my son. I'll fly out there and meet him in person.
A friend commissioned you once. It was a mythical foo dog head as a doorknob with Chinese engravings saying "My heart is close, but love. My heart is closed, but love with open me." Weird. Okay, I don't. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I think if you're gonna go through all the effort of commissioning somebody, I hope he at least paid you for the design work. But love will open me. Okay, that makes way more sense. Purging bomb cures poison, seal, and blind. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of those. Reviving bombs. Let's grab a few of them. Insulating tape. Quick fix to repair a neutralized orbment. I don't know what that is, but we'll take it. Liberal News issue 2. Let's take that. Okay, fresh milk. We'll just grab stuff that... We'll just grab a bunch of stuff that we have recipes for. Alright, and we can talk to him regular.
Well, that was an awful lot of baggage you have. On vacation, are you? Where are you headed?
Well, it's not a pleasure trip, but we're headed to Bose for a bit.
Bose, you say? But the airliners have been grounded. Don't tell me you're planning on footing it along the way.
That's right. That's right, we are. We've been, told that a trip is doable.
That is true. It's not so far, but it's not that close either. It must be tough being a bracer. Are all your preparations in order? Do take care of yourselves.
I wonder if we'll have access to new arms and guards in here.
Oh, hey, Joshua and Estelle. What's with the baggage?
Actually, Estelle filled in Elgar in the details.
Cassius says, what? And that's why you're headed to Bose? Of all the people, I can't imagine anything has happened to him.
Yes, I'm under the same impression. Which is why we're off to Bose to check on things. Just sitting around would hardly make us feel better.
Understandable. That's just what you kids do. Well, with Sherazard tagging along, I guess there's nothing to be worried about. Good luck and be careful out there.
Well, I guess I have enough to get a couple of these things. Let's go ahead and equip that stuff before we head out. There we go. All right. I think we're nearly done talking to everybody in town. Oh, hey. Letter carrier is a job. From Father Divine.
I'm looking for someone to deliver a personal letter to a colleague of mine in Bose.
Oh, that's perfect. Hey, iJune. Welcome to the stream, dude. Well, I think we can handle that one. Let's go talk to the father.
Well, good morning, everyone. Are you going on a journey somewhere?
Yeah, we're just over to Bose.
Is that so? Then in that case, could I ask a favor of you? I had wanted to send Father Holstein a letter, but the airliners are grounded. How about it? Can I get you to deliver a letter while you're headed into Bose?
Sure.
We'll do it.
This shouldn't be a problem since the letter's not that big to begin with.
I really appreciate this.
Have I seen the Butterfinger promotion of Final Fantasy VII Remake? No, I haven't seen that, iJune. What is that?
All right, then. Here you are.
So all we need to do is give this letter to the Father Holstein in Bose, right?
Yep. The chapel is on the east side of Bose City, so it should be fairly easy to locate. Traveling around other regions and broadening your knowledge of is food for the mind. I pray the goddess will guide you on your journey.
Buy Butterfingers, Baby Ruth, or Nestle Crunch and get DLC for the game. Well, that's cool and all, I guess. I can't eat any of that stuff, though, unfortunately. Let's see.
I taught the children about the Bracer Guild on our last lesson. Luke was especially attentive. I guess for young boys, bracers are like heroes.
Bought the candy bar and gave them all to your friends' kids. Yeah, let's go to the Orbital Factory. See if there's anything to do here.
This piece of septium that my dad asked to engrave for the mayor finally arrived. This is the first time I've ever seen such a splendid piece of Esmelas. My dad's going to be doing the etchings on it right now. That septium from the mayor finally arrived. Now this is one fine crystal, I tell you. And I hear it's even going to be presented to Her Majesty, the Queen. It's been a while since I've been this excited to do a job, that's for sure. This is something I dare not leave up to Freddy's hands to handle. I just can't compare when it comes to the kind of detail work my dad can do on Septium.
Alright, let's see. Can we unlock any slots? That's a negative. So is that. And so is that. Oh, cool. Well, thanks, Ijun. Alright, I think is that everything here? I mean, it's if not everybody in the town, it's got to be close to it. I haven't checked behind the church. There ain't nobody there. All right, let's get a move on. At least I got some more Thor's edition trails, Cold Steel 3 and Turn packs. What's Thor's edition?
Hello there. Are you headed for Bose?
We are. But how did you know we were? How did you know we weren't just visiting again?
Well, a number of people like yourselves have been passing through lately. Exponentially more than usual.
Is it because flights have been suspended in the airspace over Bose?
That's exactly what's happened. So you wouldn't believe how busy this place is because of it.
Well, the Royal Army is responsible for the restricted flights, so you're really not in a position to complain.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Oh, and another thing. Traffic through this checkpoint is also being regulated. If you want to go through here, you'll have to get a pass from the chief warrant officer next door.
Okay.
Is this the warrant office? Okay, cool.
Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua too.
Well, hello, Mr. Ashton.
And this is Scheherazade, if I remember correctly, right?
Good afternoon, sir. We'd like to cross to the Bose region, so we were wondering about getting a pass.
Let me guess, this has something to do with the Lind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Estelle explains that Cassius was aboard the missing airliner.
Goodness, Cassius was aboard? This is major. I'll issue a pass right away.
Got the gate pass.
Thank you, sir. But is it all right if you issue a pass just like that?
What are you talking about? I know you kids by face. And as a member of the Royal Army, I should do my best to cooperate with the Bracer Guild. Oh, but one other thing.
Huh?
Be careful if you have any errands at the Hacking Gate north of here. You might want to hide your identities as bracers there.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I can't say any more about the matter. But if you do intend to investigate the incident, please do so with discretion. I pray to Eidos for Cassius' safe return.
So, there's another checkpoint where I need to keep my bracer affinity on the DL.
Since joining the army, this is the first time I've ever been busy in my whole life. I guess this is no time.
Stop it, game. What are you doing? Received. What? What the heck? Stop it. I received something. Probably because I've been stuck guarding this checkpoint up until recently nobody's been using. This is the first time I've really felt like I've been in the Royal Army. I wish I knew what it gave me. Carnelia Chapter 2. Okay, that's what he gave me. Part 2 of a fictional novel published in The Burl. You can read the Burl News issue too while we are here.
Gone without a trace. Where could it be? Yesterday afternoon, the airliner Lind vanished over Bose airspace en route to Relent. To an exhaustive overnight search conducted by the Royal Army yielded no clues as to the whereabouts, leaving the parties baffled. In response to this incident, Army has declared all airliner flights canceled until further notice. The Liberal Corporation reports that, Liberal Orbital Ship Corporation reports there were 17 aboard the Lind at the time of the departure, including Bose passenger and crew. Family members of the missing persons are understandably concerned, but remain hopeful. Probability of accident is low, says expert. Central Factory Chief Murdoch explains, "Our rollable engines are sturdy and reliable. The chance of an engine failure is virtually nil. I do not believe an accident to have occurred." Rumors and theories abound. Was it a conspiracy perpetrated by the Royal Army and the covert mercenary force comprised of Jaegers? Perhaps it was a plot to kidnap the passengers and hold them for ransom. Some have even suggested that the Lind came under attack by the last living ancient dragon. No matter what anyone may have heard, it's just a speculation at this point, and no real evidence to be found. The Royal Army is investigating possible connections between this incident and the burglaries in Bose, but thus far, no information on any such connections has been released. In fact, no information has been released at all due to Army regulations prohibiting the dissemination of intelligence to the general public, a policy I am sure we'd all like to see repealed. All right. Let's see. What is... Okay. Yo, Mr. Sky Roby, welcome to the stream, dude. Yo, Mr. Sky Roby, welcome to the stream, dude. Darn it. Darn it. Little bit of a echo there. Yeah, Mr. Sky Roby, we are doing this a bit early today because I got a flight I got to catch later on today. So. There we go. So far, no information on any such connection has been released. Okay. Alright. A group of unknown individuals recently broke into the Roland's mayor's house to steal a septium crystal that was left in his possession. Hang on. I think Ace did... Darn it. Yeah, Ace done something. There we go. The Ismaelis Tower lies a few hundred cells to the north of Roland, along the Mulga Trail. Its turquoise-green visage is the only real landmark for as far as the eye can see, counting as only the 4 tetracrylic towers. Its purpose is shrouded in mystery to this day. These exciting locations are as old as Liberl itself, and modern research utilizing the latest orbital technology is expected to answer a few questions about this eerie structure while posing still others. Okay, let's make our way into Bose.
All right, we got one.
Handed over the gate pass.
Well, that was quick. Okay then, how about I open the gate for you?
The soldier opened the gate by remote control. Alright, you're clear to go through. Once you cross over, you won't be able to come back unless you get a pass from the other side. Please be aware of that as you cross.
Got it.
Kaisen Road, which runs off north of the East Bose Highway, is blockaded right now. For those headed to the north border, they have to go to Bose first and then wait until the road reopens. Hi, are you headed to Bose? We are currently in a state of emergency. We're looking for any suspicious individuals along these headed from Bose to Relent. What do we have here this time? Racers? Traveling the roads on foot is a little bit of a hassle, isn't it? Well, be careful out there.
Oh yeah, here's a heal point. May as well take full advantage of that while we can. West, Bose City, 420 Selg. Alright, looks like we're still a ways away from Bose. So we ought to be in a new area that might be a little bit more difficult. Maybe. Place that might yield some more experience points. North, Nibel Valley. Is that where I want to go? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I could check my inventory. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Bose is north.
Piece of cake.
5 XP. It's not a lot, but got some clear gelatin out of it. That looks like a new enemy. Alright, Mushroom Snake. A monster inhabiting woodlands. Hunts with its poisonous fangs. May call for backup. Alright, and looks like blue elements would do well. Which I don't have any of. On him. I'll try some Aqua Bleed though. Looks like I would have been better off just attacking him with physical. Live and learn, I suppose.
Piece of cake.
Eh, still only 7 XP.
What's heading this way? Well, if it isn't Sherazard, how have you been? Fine. I haven't seen you in a while either. What are you up to? As you can see, I'm doing an escort job.
I'm sure that you've heard about the airliner being grounded after a Lind incident, right? Because of that, we have to move all this cargo to the Royal City by ground transport.
I see. But your efforts are appreciated.
So, how about yourself? What are you doing with these youngsters? Don't tell me you're looking into the incident.
That was the plan. Why? Do you know something? Should we be aware of?
Well, I think it would be best if you spoke with Lugren about it at the Bose branch. Anyway, I've got something to do. Anyway, I've got some bracing to do. Bye-bye.
First Mr. Ashton and now him.
Stop it, game. What are you doing? Well, there must be a good reason for it, and we'll probably find our answers at the Bose branch.
Agreed. If we do as he suggests and talk to Lugram about it, I'm sure that we'll get a clue about what's going on.
Anyway, let's get moving. I'm assuming that was another bracer we ran across. I mean, the game pretty much spelled that out, so that's cool. There, got some extra sepith out of it. And a beast flesh. Oh, okay. Made it to Bose, North Branch? Is that what that said? I think it is.
We finally made it here. This is the commercial city of Bose, which sits at the heart of the Bose region. Wow, this definitely looks like a city.
Of the 5 major cities in the Burl, this one comes in after the Royal City. Compared to Rolent, these buildings are made of stone that seem a lot bigger.
Does anyone have any idea what huge building that is over there? That's the Bose Market. It's an indoor marketplace of various shops. Food, clothing, sundry, goods, furniture, books, books, and so on. You can pretty much buy anything here, with the exception of weapons and ornaments. It's not surprising that they call this place a commercial city. Man, I really wish this trip could have been for shopping.
Maybe some other time. Let's first stop by the guild and find out what's going on regarding the incident.
Oh, all right. Just so you know, the Bracer Guild is just right over there.
I mean, just right over where? Ah, right there.
Oh, Ceresard, you've arrived a lot sooner than I had expected. I appreciate you coming all the way from Rolent.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Lugren? Did someone tell you that we were coming ahead of time?
Yes, I received a call from Ina not so long ago. So that means that you two kids are Cassius's children.
Yes, that's right. It's nice to meet you. I'm Estelle Bright.
I'm Joshua Bright. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Make your acquaintance. I'm Lugren, and I oversee the Bose branch. Your father and I go way back. Please, just call me Lugren.
Sure, we'll do that. That said, could you give us a quick update on the missing airliner incident?
Yes, about that. The Royal Army is still continuing its search. However, the Army's current restriction on information, no public updates of the situation have been made. Not only has the general public been kept in the dark, but the guild hasn't heard a word either.
Really? Why not? Aren't the army and the guild supposed to be cooperating together? Well, that's the way it is on the surface anyway. But in actuality, there's a lot of opposition between both parties on a number of aspects.
So, pretty much what you're saying is that it's a bunch of jurisdictional disputes, right? I hate to admit it, but that is the situation. In addition, General Morgan has gotten involved.
Did you say General Morgan? Great. Now it really looks like things are going to be a pain. General Morgan? Who's that?
He's famous for repelling the Imperial invasion 10 years ago. You should have read more about him in your history books.
Amazingly enough, I don't recall the name. So, what's the big deal with this famous guy anyway? From what I've heard, he's not the biggest fan of the Bracer Guild. Hates bracers, in fact. It seems he even makes a point of routinely assert that there's no need for a Bracer Guild. Sounds like a real whack job to me. So what you're saying is that we're not getting any information because of this general?
That's not really important at the moment. What really matters is that the bracers are being prohibited from entering the region they're investigating. And because of that, it's causing conflicts with our other work.
But we just came here all the way from Relent. If that's the way it's gonna be, then it's time to duel it out with the general to decide who gets to investigate the incident.
You're talking like a crazy person, Estelle. Keep your cool, Bracer. There are other ways, such as the request we just received from the mayor concerning the incident. She has asked that we conduct an investigation from the guild side, separate from the army.
Well, that's encouraging news. If it's official request from the mayor, it'll be a great pretext for us to conduct our own investigation. I see. Well, isn't this the perfect timing? Lugren will accept the mayor's request.
That sounds fine by me. But before you go, you two are junior bracers, right?
Yeah, why?
Junior bracers, so to speak, are members in training registered at various branches. In short, their performance is monitored by the branch they're currently registered. And right now, you two, that would be Relent.
So what you're trying to say is that
We have to change our registration from Relent.
Yep. Out of the shadows, thank you so much, dude. Wait, what did you say? Chat isn't updating? Oh, chat isn't updating? Thank you for the heads up there. I thought it was really dead for a while. Here, let me... There we go. Oh no. Man, I thought it was just like, oh, really quiet day. Okay, so I know what happened. So right here, I have Ace sitting next to me, and he was sitting on this keyboard, and he did a whole bunch of stuff when I wasn't looking. Including, I think he minimized a bunch of windows so they wouldn't update anymore. Well, thank you so much, guys. And out of the shadows with that was clutch. Very much appreciated. Yep, sure was. Just talking behind my back. Shy Guy. Shy Guy, thank you so much for the resub, dude. Welcome back. How you been?
As of this day at 15:20, your registration at the Bose branch has been approved. This means that you are now members of the Bose branch.
So once you become a senior bracers, you can do any job without being registered to a particular branch. But on the flip side, your duties and responsibilities will increase as well.
Understood.
So it's pretty much like we're still newbies.
Well, it looks like now I'll be able to entrust you with the mayor's request. The mayor's residence is near the west gate. You should go there and talk to her directly.
We'll do that.
Understood.
All right. Before we do that, though, I believe we have a letter to deliver. How do I pull up my discussing, or we were using quiet to discuss our evil plots. All right. I think the church was on the east side of town, if I am not mistaken. There's the mayor's residence. Bose Market. I actually have been keeping my head in the dark. I've been keeping in the dark. What am I trying to say? I've been avoiding spoilers, so I haven't played the demo at all. I've been living under a rock. Chris, thank you for the resub, dude. Very much appreciated. Oh, here's the chapel.
Excuse me. You're Father Holstein, right?
Oh, ho, ho, indeed I am.
This is for you. It's a letter from the Father, Divine and Relent.
Final Fantasy VII spoilers for 20-year-old game. It's not a 20-year-old game, though. I think that it still qualifies, since they're planning on expanding on the game significantly. Yeah. Jesse may have stolen your heart. I just want to experience everything fresh for the first time when the game's able to be fully experienced in its entirety. Hey, Rudy. Yeah, we are back playing early today because I got a flight to catch later. So we're going to be heading out around 6-ish, which is normally when I would start streaming. So I took the day off just for you guys.
It's a letter from Father Divine and Relent.
Handed over Father Divine's letter.
Oh, ho, 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 so this is for me. Thank you very much for delivering this. However, a letter from Father Divine could only mean... yes, he's come up with a new formula.
A new formula for what?
Oh, don't tell me you don't know. Father Divine is a master of medicine, known throughout Liberl for his plans and skills in the healing arts. In fact, he was well known for his... Even back he was in Gransel Cathedral.
Really?
Even after he took up his new post as Father in Relent, he has continued his research without fail. And when he discovers an effective medicine, he shares his knowledge with the rest of us.
We bracers also use the medicine created by Father Divine on a daily basis. So in a way, we're being supported in our own work from behind the scenes. I had no idea. It would have been nice if he had at least mentioned it to us. But it's just like him not to, since he never talks about himself. Ain't that the truth?
Hey, Moose, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself, dude?
Father Divine is very strict with himself. Whenever he admonishes someone, he is always admonishing himself as well. This is one attitude I think all young children these days should learn. Although it'd be difficult for me to learn at this ripe age.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, how about we just try to work hard, but without overreaching ourselves. I appreciate you coming all this way from Relent to deliver this letter today. Oh, Eidos, goddess of the firmament, please protect these young souls as you guide them through their daily lives.
So can I report on that one here at the local chapter, or do I have to go back all the way to Relent? I guess we'll find out in a second. Doing all right. Finally playing Trails. Oh, I'm finally playing Trails. Yes, I am. Just started. There we go. Letter carrier. Payment 800 Mira and 2 racer points. Good work. It looks like you managed to achieve your objective. Come back again if you find anything else to report. Alright, let's check these all. Alright. Ravenue Monster. Ferocious monster has been sighted along the trail behind Revenue Village. Must be sought out and exterminated immediately. For details, see me in the village. I'm playing this on a PC with a Steam controller. Alright, Ingredient Seeker. Bit of a bind right now, as I seem to be lacking certain cooking ingredients I regularly use for practice. See tender poultry, or bring tender poultry ×5 to me, Gwen, the Antarost restaurant. Oh, did I buy Liberal News issue 2? I did. And I got the Cornelia book chapter 1, or I got chapter 2 from the checkpoint, but I didn't see chapter 1. East Bose Monster. A ferocious monster known as King Scorpion has been spotted in the East Bose Highway. Racers from this branch are requested to deal with it immediately. Yeah, Steam controller. I got mine when it was $5 also. It's not exactly comfortable, and it's been doing this weird thing every once in a while where it scrolls the text way more than I wanted it to. Let's go check out the East Bose Highway. Let's see if we can do that monster. Well, that's the thing. I was using my PS4 controller before, and for some reason it suddenly stopped working. Then I tried my Xbox 360 controller, and that didn't work. So I tried a generic USB controller, and that didn't work. And then I finally plugged this in for the very first time, and it started working. So that's weird. Your PS4 controller stopped working also? Weird. Those errands took way longer than they were supposed to. I don't know. You didn't really miss all that much. I just made my way to Bose, and now I'm gonna go on some errands to kill some monsters. I think I'm looking for King Scorpio. No, I don't use any special program for PS4 controller on Steam. It just has that function built into Steam. Yeah, that was really weird. I mean, even Trails in the Sky has Xbox 360 controller built directly into the game, and it didn't work at all. Like I would get to the page, and it just wouldn't move the controller, and it worked before. It's just really weird.
Seems you came up.
Oh, you gotta go out and eat? Alright, Moose, we'll have a good food. Good dinner. That looks like a thing. Let's kill it. Alright. Looks like it's got high defense. A floating monster from the Bose region. Extremely dangerous. Use powerful arts. Oh, it uses powerful arts. Moose! Thank you for the resub, dude. Thank you so much, buddy. Sylvan Whip. Cuts through wind, delivering a powerful lash.
Let's do this!
Awesome. Well, thank you, Moose. I appreciate it, dude. Twitch Prime subs are always appreciated. He's trying to do a thing. Let's see, can Doesn't look like I can do anything to prevent it from knocking that off. Shadow Spear. Alright, take care, Moose. Yeah, we'll just sadist whip. Well, thanks, Out of the Shadows. I appreciate it, man. I guess that was worth. I mean, that was a lot of XP that we got there, wasn't it? That was not so bad. It was kind of a difficult fight, though. Let's use Tear. She's in rough shape. Oh, you guys, that's so nice. Thank you. I know that there's a lot of people on Twitch that could be used for, so the fact that you choose to spend that here means a lot. I appreciate it, guys. Oh yeah, somebody in the Discord earlier said that Konami actually released a port of Symphony of the Night to mobile recently, and it's actually like really well done, which is really weird. Somebody said that in the Discord. If you like Metroidvanias, that might be... Oh yeah, and it's like $3. Might be worthwhile. That's what I've been told. I mean, obviously I can't vouch for that. Like I'm not gonna die on that hill. Well, somebody mentioned Metroidvania, and I, naturally thought of Symphony of the Night.
Alright, we're good to go.
Come at me. I mean, am I on the right road? I thought for sure that I was, but hang on, let's... Okay. East Bose Monster. A ferocious monster known as King Scorpion has been spotted roving the Bose Highway. East Bose Highway. Racers from this branch are requested to deal with the threat immediately. Alright, and we are on the East Bose Highway. Huh. Okay, so I must have just missed it before. Doesn't help that monsters are transparent half the freaking time, though. I guess that technically this is probably still East Bose Highway. Okay, that's Nibel Valley. So it's not there. Oops. Some monsters can be tucked behind trees and stuff. Yeah. Alright, I'll do what I can. Hey, LMAO JK, welcome to the stream, buddy. How's it going?
We're good to go!
Yep, this is my very first Trails game. I've been hearing really good things, though. Yep. Yes, really. This is my very first. Well, I look forward to it. I mean, the way the game is going, it's got a lot of things that remind me of other games that I already love.
We're good to go!
Namely Groundia and Lunar. Plus, so far it seems like it's kind of got this interesting sort of like shonen anime kind of vibe going on to it. In a way, the Bracer Academy kind of reminds me a little bit of the way hunters work in Hunter x Hunter. Kinda, sorta, just a little bit. Which is also my favorite anime, so. Yo, Kiba! Welcome to the stream, words? Welcome to the stream, buddy, is what I meant to say. First game is really good at easing you into the world and its mechanics. Doesn't really start until the series' second game and beyond. Okay. You finally started Octopath. Glad to hear, man. How are you enjoying it so far? Yo, Jin, I am that guy from YouTube, or I am one of several people from YouTube. Welcome to the stream. Here, let's kill this guy off.
Oh, are we done already?
Oh, I'm sure there's lots of fans in the chat. I don't know if anybody's here played Yakuza 7, though. Everybody wants me to play it. We'll get there. Yes, it is. Very first time. People have been telling me I need to play this game for years now. Literal years. Finally making a point of doing so.
Piece of cake!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that sucks. I guess that's the good... You're right. That's all right. On the bright side, it's not my streaming PC that died. It's my gaming computer that that blue screened. It became a booby trap. Well played, lazy guy. This will always bring back the fondest of memories. That's all right. Computer's gonna reload here in a second, and we'll be back up and going in no time. If you didn't begin your review with, you know how they say sex sells? Well, this video is absolutely, and then, is absolutely all about, yep. All right, let's see. Oh no, it showed my real name. Oh. What the heck? Come on. Come on. Computer. Do I want to allow my computer to be discoverable? Sure, but I gotta wait for Steam to load up, and then I can actually use my controller to start Trails in the Sky. Come on, Steam. Yep, hashtag leak. There we go. Let's just do that. And there we go. That is the cool thing about the Steam controller, is that on the desktop, it's like actually a really good mouse. You're starting to think that my streams of the game have been cursed. Well, I mean, you might not be wrong about that. I have been encountering a lot of additional technical issues since I started playing this game. However, no way. Hang on. It does have autosave. I think I just loaded the wrong save file. Here, can I... I think that's right. It does autosave, but the save file is like, it's like in slot 90 something. so we'll just fast forward through this and I can load my save proper. Hang on. Is there a way to... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. What the heck? I don't know what's going on. I am cursed. Here, let me fix this real quick. I gotta hook up a keyboard and mouse to my gaming computer. Okay. Here, I'm gonna put up a 5-minute timer. I'm also gonna make a bio break out of this, so I'll be back in 5. God.
Welcome back to the Game Collection. I am SuperDerek, and this is Persona 3 FES.
Persona.
Persona 3 FES is a fun and rewarding, though deeply flawed game. I don't know if I've ever played a more frustrating game on this show, or ever if I'm being honest, and I've actually beaten Dark Souls. But I couldn't seem to put the game down for very long, no matter how hard I wanted to throw the controller. It's addicting and endearing, and positively dripping with style. Persona 3 was released for the PlayStation 2 in 2006, and marks a turning point in the Persona series. Numerous changes were made to the gameplay and presentation that divided the Persona series and its fanbase in two. Persona 3 FES is an enhanced re-release of Persona 3 featuring a more streamlined social link schedule and a second campaign intended to help bring closure to the third entry in the Persona series. In Persona 3, you play as a student who is transferring into Gekkoukan High School. While on his way into his dorm, he suddenly finds himself alone in a city full of coffins. He shortly comes to find out that he stumbled into the Dark Hour. This is the mysterious 25th hour in the day that few people know about, where monsters called shadows roam freely, preying upon those unlucky enough not to be turned into a coffin during this time. Our hero and his friends have awakened to their abilities called Persona, which are capable of fighting back against these shadows and take it upon themselves to rid the world of the Dark Hour by scaling a tower called Tartarus and defeating important shadows along the way. If this is the first time you've heard about the premise of Persona 3, you probably have an eyebrow raised and your mouse ready to click away. And really, I don't blame you. This is a pretty weird premise, even for a Persona game. You really have to exercise your suspension of disbelief. Think of it like a contract. Just accept the premise the game hands to you, and in exchange, Atlus will weave a compelling story full of the themes of the inevitability of death and the meaning of life. Persona 3 is a dark and somber game from beginning to end, but it has the intention of showing the player that, to borrow a phrase from Aerosmith, the light at the end of the tunnel may be you. However, that message might just be at odds with the experience at times. If playing a game about angsty-looking teenagers shooting themselves in the head with toy guns doesn't already indicate you might need professional help, the frustrating unfairness of the gameplay will almost certainly guarantee that you will need it. Persona 3 commits two of what I consider to be the 7 deadly sins of RPGs. The first offense is that you can only issue commands directly to the main character during battle. Even though you may have a full party, because you can't control them, it often
sorry about
feels
that.
like...
Wait, guys. There. If you want to see the rest of that review, check it out on YouTube. All right. Now, let's put the music back on. Okay, so we got the game loaded back up. So weird about that BSOD out of nowhere, but that's, I guess, what happens. All right. Let's see. Did they censor anything besides the old dudes? What are you talking about, LMAO JK? Which game are you talking about? P5R. The only change that I've been told about is basically the part where they remove the gay guys sexually assaulting one of the cast members, or not assaulting, but harassing. Was it? God, it wasn't Kanji. Ryuji? Was that who they did it to? Yeah, in the original release, they had that, but I guess they removed that for the remaster, which totally makes sense. Yo, Matt Craft, welcome to the stream, dude. And thank you so much for that resub.
Seems you came up short.
You get the French fries. Matt Craft, thank you so much for the bits, buddy. Very much appreciated. You think the teacher in P5 was cringeworthy? I thought I liked her. Teacher by day, maid by night. Best social link because she actually like gives you more time to do things during the evenings. Super good social link. No, I didn't I didn't romance or anything, but I think I went with Futaba.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Is that her name, Futaba? I think it is. It's been so long. Well, I understand what you're saying, Kiba, and I gotta say it's creepy AF. But as long as the high school student who graduated was no longer, you know, the teacher was no longer in a position of authority, and the teenager was at least of 18 and consenting age. I gotta say that's better than the alternative, which is far more common, it sounds like. I mean, it sounds an awful lot like maybe, what's the word? And I can't remember what it's called anymore. It's creepy, but it's not illegal, and I don't think. Yeah, it's definitely like a gray area though. Grooming, that's the word. Thank you, lazy guy. Yeah, I wonder how much of that like falls into possible grooming territory, which I think is kind of a huge pitfall in that sort of situation. So I'm looking for the Scorpion King out here right now, by the way. So let me know if you smell what The Rock is cooking. Because Dwayne The Rock Johnson is the Scorpion King. I think you need to go up to the tower. You think so? 'Cause it said East Highway. No, this is the Ison Road. Hold it right there. The hacking gate is currently not permitting civilian passage through the checkpoint. Unauthorized personnel are not allowed to pass this point.
Come on, it'll be alright if you let us through.
No, it's not all right. The border garrison is putting all of the efforts into searching for the missing airliner. We will not allow anyone or anything to hinder the search.
I have no intention to do anything of the sort. We're bracers, so are you trying to tell us what we can't pass either?
Bracers? I can see that you're a bracer, but you're not trying to tell me that these kids are too.
That's right. See these emblems?
I see. But I'm sorry to inform you that even bracers are no exception. You heard the man. Now, how about you move on out of here?
I bet I could change their tune with a little help of my staff.
Forget it, Estelle. They wouldn't be much use to us unconscious either. Anyway, let's hurry to Bose. Okay, so I can't go that way. Yeah, the Scorpion King, or the King Scorpion, or whatever it's called, is supposed to be hanging out on this road, and I'ma kill it. P5 definitely had waifu material in spades. It's like Atlas has perfected the waifu. That's not a king scorpion. It's just a weird mole-looking thing. A halo mole.
Seems you came up short.
Let me double check that I reloaded a save that actually has the, okay, yeah, East Bose monster. Okay. Ferocious monster known as King Scorpion has been spotted roving the East Bose Highway, which is where we are, on this road. Bracers from this branch are requested to deal with the threat immediately. Going retro tonight. Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst. Nice. I've never played PSO. Any of them, I suppose I could say. Let me know if you guys spot anything that looks like a king scorpion. So far, I'm not thinking I did. Hydrate? Oh no, I got surprise attacked because I was hydrating. Haru. Oh, you liked Haru? I didn't really care for much for Haru. I mean, I didn't dislike her, but she was the last girl that joined your party, right? With the rich girl with the weird hair. The streamer I watch at work has a super point equivalent thing that says hydrate, and he's forced to drink from the water bottle. Oh god, that sounds like kind of like fun. She got like no screen time, wasn't fair. That is true. That is very fair. Maybe that's something that they have addressed in Royal. Someone spent 5K to make him drink a bottle. Oh my god.
Seems you came up.
Sounds like a good way to get waterlogged. Hey, that looks like a scorpion thing, don't it?
A large monster is prowling around. Let's exterminate it!
Oh, there's a bunch.
I didn't run over.
Well, I was just expecting a one-on-one fight. Alright, let's see. So that's a queen scorpion. A large, multi-legged arthropod with a paralyzing toxin in the barb of its tail. A large, multi-legged arthropod with a very potent poison to the barb of its tail. Okay, so paralysis, poison. Okay. Oh, and weak to wind. Thanks for pointing that out, Lundgren. Thank you. Are they all weak to wind? No, he's weak to another element that I don't actually have equipped, unfortunately. No crafts available. That's gonna be frustrating. Yeah, I don't have any earth equipped, I don't believe. here, it takes place effective immediately. Yo, Hobbin! Agreed. It is quite an early day. Because I've got a flight to catch later that would otherwise interfere with my stream time. How are you doing today, man? Alright, Matt Craft, thanks for hanging out, dude. Have a good night. Whew, looks like we're gonna make it. Yo, Tenchi, that's correct. We got an early start because I have to catch a flight later on. And I wanted to make sure I got a good amount of play time today. Exterminated monster on East Bose Highway. Excellent. Well, let's heal up, everybody. That was a lot closer of a fight than I expected. Gotta head to a wake later. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Hobbin. Yo, Dragon Kuro! Welcome to the stream. The other things that I do have to say I appreciate a lot about the Steam controller is that the analog stick actually acts like an analog stick when you're controlling these characters, whereas before on the PlayStation 4 it seemed like it was playing more like a D-pad. Oh, you didn't know the person personally, but the father was a good friend of yours. I see. It's still... It's good of you to go, man, and to be there for the friend. Hey, Phineas McCormick, thank you so much for the resub, dude. Welcome back to the Super Friends, my friend.
Seems you came up short.
back to Bose, and we can cash in our good karma for money. Wait. Are the button presses working better for me today? It's still doing it prematurely. Or not prematurely, but it's like sometimes it gets stuck or something. It's weird. That's a hotel. That's not where I need to be. It's a weird issue that I'm coming across, where it automatically progresses text and sometimes battle. So it's like it's detecting multiple button presses when it should not be. What is my favorite anime? Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter. It's by the same mangaka behind Yu Yu Hakusho, and what it is it's an anime that follows. I like to call it an anti-shonen. It starts off a lot like a shonen, very slow burn at first, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be like Dragon Ball, and by the end, it's like, oh, this is kind of like Death Note. And it's awesome. If you're interested, I've got a friend, or not a friend. I'd like him to be a friend. I haven't hung out with him before, but I've got a YouTuber that I like to watch his videos that I'm a fan of called Arcada, and he has a show called Glass Reflection, and his review of Hunter x Hunter is quite good. I recommend it. Going to play Valkyrie Profile for the first time. All right, I will have a good travel, Rudy. You know what, I'm playing it, so I'm not going to be able to stream for a few days since I'll be away. But my plan is to give a look at Pillars of Dust. Is the anime finished? Yes. Yeah, the anime is finished. It ends with a sort of read the manga ending sort of deal, but the anime is finished. It's by Madhouse. It was animated by Madhouse, and it is stellar. It is so good. Yeah. Yeah, kind of a read the manga ending, which means like it has a logical ending point, like what you might see at the end of a season. But it hasn't wrapped up everything. Like there's still like, so the whole thing is like, it starts off with Gon is this little kid who grows up in the woods, and he's kind of like Goku a lot in that he, is just really agile, really strong, gets along really well with nature around him. His dad is what they call a hunter, which is kind of like what they call bracers in this game, in that they kind of are people who exist outside of political boundaries and go on adventures for a living, essentially, and help the people in the world around them and stuff. And by the end of the series, so Gon like never knew his dad, so one of the things he wants to do is go become a hunter so he can find his dad, right? That's kind of like one of the things, but he God. So I'll just say that some things aren't 100% wrapped up by the end of it, but it's super good. I highly recommend it. Even though it doesn't end with like, oh, that answers all my questions. I mean, the manga is still ongoing. Yes, Killua is awesome. Yeah. This guy gets it. All right, let's report here. But the last season of Hunter x Hunter is called the Chimera Ant Arc, or Chimera Ant Saga. And that single season, that single arc, really, it just changed my expectations of anime. If that makes any sense. Like, that single arc just like melted my mind. It was so good. So good. And that's all I'm gonna say. It's a lot to get through, but holy crap, it is a life-changing anime. Speaking of anime that I didn't get the proper ending required, did I read Tsubasa Chronicles. Yeah, I really hope that at some point, Freddy, it's too soon. I can't handle. I was really hoping after Final Fantasy or after Dragon Quest XI came out that that Tagashi would get back around to making more, but then they had to go and release the definitive edition. Yeah, manga is still ongoing. And I haven't read any of the manga because I want to wait and experience it the way that Madhouse brought it to us. So in like 20 years, when there's enough material to make another season, I'll watch that. Okay. So we've got our money, we got our BP.
Good work. It looks like you managed to achieve your objective. Come back again.
Alrighty. But yeah, Hunter x Hunter, it's available dubbed by Funimation on their streaming service and subbed on Crunchyroll in its entirety. Both are really good. So what was the next thing I was going to do? Oh yeah. Yep, exactly. I was saying the same thing, Fear no Chronos. Hakusho, Amy and I were actually just rewatching Hakusho and made it to the end of the Sensui 7 arc. And I think, after that is just like the demon tournament arc or whatever it is. Yeah. I'm excited to dig into that further. Again, it's been a few years. Okay, so then they're looking for cooking ingredients. I guess we could at least go like talk to them at the cafe. Oh, here it is. Who was it that I need to talk to?
Hey, welcome. Sit wherever you like.
Welcome, order up. We've got good, cheap food that'll keep your belly full and sing with delight.
Okay.
I'm a scholar specializing in living beings from days long past. And on the subject of a peculiar living beings, I encountered the most uniquely swift monster I've ever seen in a recent archaeological survey. That was along the road in the West Bose, if I'm not mistaken. Having never seen such a creature, I thought to capture it, but it was far too quick for these legs of mine. I'd best get some exercise in my daily regiment, I surmise.
Little lady nepotism? No, I haven't met anybody in town yet. I've been trying to find the people to do like the quests and stuff first.
Oh, woe is me. How did things get like this? I gave up my whole life for that damned workshop.
Yes, we are officially in Chapter 1. Only 2 weeks into the stream, we're on Chapter 1. Oh, I still haven't seen the Mahiraka. Is it canon, the movie? And if so, where does it take place within the series? Yes, it is. Fun fact, we could have gotten a Hunter x Hunter RPG if it won the poll for Koei Tecmo instead of Fairy Tail. That's why we're getting a Fairy Tail RPG? Because people don't know how to vote right for Hunter x Hunter? That is not a fun fact, lazy guy. That is the opposite of a fun fact. You know, I gave you that gift sub earlier. I'm about to ban you. Just kidding. I'm gonna put you in a 5-second timeout. It is an unfun fact. Don't get me wrong, Fairy Tail is a good anime. I've only gotten a couple episodes into Fairy Tail. I wasn't really sure where it was going to go from there. I'm just kidding, lazy guy. No worries, man. It is unfun facts, though. Alright, let's see. But seriously, could you imagine a Hunter x Hunter video game that maybe took place like during Greed Island or something? I wanted to play Greed Island so bad when they got to that arc. I still want to play Greed Island. You know, because Yoshihiro Tagashi is a huge Dragon Quest fan, which is one of the reasons people meme the fact that, like, when a new Dragon Quest comes out, Hunter x Hunter stops for a while. But because of his pedigree and cultured video gaming, he has some really interesting game mechanics that he built into the Hunter x Hunter Greed Island arc. Oh, thank you. So, guys, Amy just made me breakfast. So, what time is it, Amy? It's 4:57. And we gotta head out here at 6, so I probably gotta start packing. Yeah, she made me waffles, eggs, and bacon. So, I think, yeah, breakfast for dinner. That's what adults get to do. It's awesome. So, I think, yeah, I hate to do it, but I think at this point we probably will want to stop for now and see if we can raid somebody. It is awesome. I can smell it. It smells super good. It smells so good I've forgotten how to control my game, actually. Here, let's save up. Oh yeah, here, there we go. When do I get back? I'm gonna be back on Wednesday. I'm not sure exactly at what time on Wednesday, so there won't be any stream on Monday, unfortunately. But if I get back early enough, I will be streaming on Wednesday, and yeah, and I'll continue to think more on how I'm gonna do my my art streams when that eventually becomes a thing. I'll do a lot more brainstorming. So for now, sit tight, because let's find somebody for us to go drop in on. Let me change our scene here to our ending sequence. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It has been a lot of fun and surprisingly busy, considering I didn't think anybody was really going to be here since we're streaming at an odd time of day, you know? So thank you for making the time. Now let's see who's currently streaming out there. Twitch.tv says, oh, we got a couple of options here. Oh, okay, guys, sit tight. We're gonna raid Azure Tony. He's making his way through Persona 4 Golden per my request. So we're gonna go drop in on him right now. I never get to raid Otaku anymore. Let's see, raid Azure Tony. And yeah, Azure Tony, by the way, if you're not already familiar with him, he was the streamer previously known as the XXL Otaku. Stick around and make sure to give him a follow, because he's a super nice guy. I think underappreciated on Twitch, and I just want to show my appreciation to him. So thanks again, guys. I will see you guys after the jump. Have a good day.